Hello and welcome to an episode of Matt's Dream Outside here on YouTube. Today I'm doing a review of this pack that you've probably seen in a lot of my videos. It's the Arcteryx Aerios 45, and basically I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the pack, what I like about it, a thing or two that's kind of annoying about it, and if I think it's worth buying. So starting right up at the front, you have these super comfortable padded straps. In my opinion, they're more comfortable than a lot of other backpack straps. I like how they're thick, but they're also light. They're very light, so they don't hurt your skin or seem to cause any chafing, and they're just super comfortable. You have adjustable sternum straps, so you can unclip them like this, and all you have to do is pull out like that. Then you can bring this, and there's little loops along here, like 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then to put it back, all you do is this. It's just super simple. And you have 2 straps. I prefer these straps to a typical thick sternum strap. In the sleeve, you have little pockets that you can put your phones, and I like to keep a compass in this pocket. It would also be a good place to store a map as long as it's not raining, or even like a lighter, things that you will want right away. Moving over to the hip area, you have a typical hip belt. You have a pocket on the hip, and then on the other side you have a zippered pocket. You could keep whatever you want in there. Moving over to the other part of the backpack, we have the Arcteryx logo. We have a adjustable thing that you could shove a sweater in. So the adjustment point for this, we actually unzip this pocket, slide this out of the way for me now, and inside here you have the little adjustment point that tightens that down to cinch your jacket or whatever you store on the outside. And you have this little pocket that, once again, I have my first aid kit in. We have some little attachment points, pretty much all the way down the backpack. You could put a carabiner and hang something off. You have these attachment points right here, or you could use them to hold your trekking poles, I believe. Once again, on the other side, you also have attachment points going all the way down. Then you have these fancy little cup holders with, once again, adjustable tie outs, tighten, loosen, whatever you need to do, so you can shove pretty much whatever you want in these sides. On top of this, this is a roll top backpack, but you unclip that part and you can take this little zipper here and you have side access to whatever you have in your backpack, and it actually does unzip all the way down, which is pretty fancy. And you just zip it back up, snap it back into place. Over on the back side, like the actual back of the backpack, you have the main frame. You have the little that rests on your lower back. You got a little pad support up here, which is nice. It's actually a very comfortable backpack. You have the frame. The frame has a curved shape to it. And on top of that, you have like little air pockets and mesh so that you have space between your back and your shirt. So that way, like a backpack without any like air pockets, your sweat would just be flat against the back. Well, the bag. Yeah, the bag or the backpack. And the material would get all wet and just keep your back wet. What this allows you to do is it allows the sweat on your back to dry and not touch the material, and thus the back of your backpack would stay dry, and your back would be able to dry a lot quicker too, which is pretty nice, and it does work good, I'll admit that. And finally, we'll take a look at what's in the backpack. Alright, so we've seen all the pockets and the extra storage on the pack. Another thing this pack has going for it is all of it. It's storage room for a 45-liter pack. So what I'm gonna do is unclip the roll top, unroll the roll top. First thing I have in the top, and I just want to make a quick note, I'll flip the... There's still quite a bit of leftover room in here. Hygiene pack. Theoretical food / bang hair pack. Bang hair? Did I mean bear hang? I meant to say bear hang / food pack. Double hammock with bug net. Pot with a canister and stove in it. Top quilt. Underquilt. And a pair of gloves. That's everything I had in there, and it wasn't even fully loaded, besides the first aid kit and the compass. Taking a look inside the pack, you do have a clip for hanging a water bladder. You have a little zippered pocket right here in the top. It's not a deep pocket or anything, just a little one. And then if you were bringing, say you wanted to just go for a day hike, this roll top pack basically scrunches right down. So that way, if you weren't carrying a ton of things and you were just going for a day hike, you don't have to worry about having this excessively oversized pack on you. He is basically nice and small if you want it to be. It can be big if you want it to be. It has a lot of room. It's a lightweight pack, and thus its weight capabilities aren't that high. So if you do use it, you have to take note that if you use it, you have to take note that you won't be able to put a bunch of heavy things in here. What you put in here will have to be very light things, so keep that in mind. I think, though no one specifies its weight carrying capacity, several articles I've read about it say it's probably somewhere around 25 or 30 pounds, which is still pretty decent. You know, my stuff isn't super expensive lightweight stuff. It's middle of the road, sorta not cheap but not expensive, and good for the money lightweight stuff that I fit in here. So let's move on to pros and cons. What do I like about the backpack? Well, the first thing I like about the backpack, the strap system is super comfortable. Like, everything about them, from the actual straps to the thin sternum straps, right down to the system they put in to reduce sweat and help manage sweat. It's absolutely comfortable whether you have it barely loaded or loaded right down. It's so comfortable to wear, like, can't even explain it. Like, you could wear it just for fun, is how comfortable I find it to be for my style of body. Everyone has a different style of body, and you know, for some bodies it might not be as comfortable versus other bodies where, like, it may be less comfortable. What else I like about it? I like that not only do you have the roll top, but you have the side pocket so that you don't have to dig through all your gear. You can unzip that and literally just take whatever piece you want from your stack of gear. I like these adjustable straps for a coat. I love these side pockets. I love the clip for the water bladder, even though I don't really use it. I've used it a couple of times, and other than that, I just don't use a water bladder that much. The color, I love the color in the winter, but I think there might be some other colors in different sizes out there. I wish the 45 would have came in more colors, but for the winter time, I love how well this blends in with the snow and the gray environment of winter time. So this is the pack I use the most in the winter because I like how it blends in. I like earthy tones that blend in well. I like dark colors. Now moving on to cons. One thing I have noticed that's annoying is when you unclip this, sometimes the bottom clip can get like down in this pocket, and then you're trying to grab it, and then you might accidentally put it through this little thing right here, and it gets in the way. Something minor. Another con I can think of is I noticed this in the summer when I was doing a day hike up a little mountain. So I had read some reviews that some people are saying that this pack squeaks. It has a little squeak, and I hadn't heard it yet until this summer when I was going up a mountain day hike or whatever in New Hampshire, and I started hearing this squeaking behind me, and at first I thought it was a bird. I was like, what is that? I kept getting really annoyed. I kept looking back, wondering, where the heck is the bird? Well, eventually I realized it was the pack, as I would make movements and hear the squeak. So the pack does have a little bit of a squeak when you're walking. Personally, I don't notice it all the time, but I do notice it sometimes, and others have mentioned it. So something to bear in mind if you're thinking about purchasing the pack. If you can't handle the probability or possibility, I should say, that there could be a squeak on certain times, and you don't want that happening when you're hiking, the pack's probably not for you. If you kind of just care about functionability more than any little minor strange quirks like that, then it's certainly a comfortable hike, a comfortable pack, and for someone who sweats a lot like me, I think that's one of the reasons I love this pack so much, is because I sweat very easily, and this pack is great at reducing any chafing or sweating, as far as like heavier packs that will definitely cause chafing and sweating. I can't really think of any other cons to this backpack. For skinnier people, I know I read one review mentioning it. When you load this backpack down, this part likes to pop out, and it can protrude into skinnier people's backs. It hasn't done that to me. I think, like I said, it's just about your body type. If you go to a store, I wouldn't recommend ordering these online. I would recommend looking for a store that has them, like REI, for example. And when I went to get this, they were available in 3 torso sizes: small, medium, and large. This is the medium. And the worker loaded it down with, I think, 30 pounds of weight, and it felt comfortable for me. So I'd recommend, if you're looking at the pack, to try that. You could gamble if you wanted to. It is available online on sale right now. I'll put the screenshot in. At the time, I think I purchased this for $250. I think it's cheaper on the sale it's at right now. They're very functional bowl backpacks. I know the REI worker told me he had some friends that had this particular pack, and he knew some people who used it for through hiking, and he knew some people who used it just for regular day hikes. So it's a good all-around pack, and I think it's like the best thing about it is how well it manages sweating, with the second best thing being like how much stuff you can utilize to pack as much gear as you want on it. So I hope this video helped you make a buying decision on this pack, and once again, I appreciate any comments, likes. I appreciate, notice every single view, and any subscription to the channel. Be on the lookout for more videos every single day. I just didn't get a chance to go outside and continue with my base camp series today. I will have another base camp series video coming soon that will be outside. If you want any particular items reviewed, you want to see any particular fishing items reviewed, leave it down in the comments. Thank you for checking out my channel. Have a great day and night.